If you are seeing this on or before December 31st, it is not an accident. It is a final summons. Your consciousness has been flagged for a system-level update, an event governed by the same quantum principles that weave the very fabric of our reality. The observer effect isn't a theory for physicists to debate in sterile labs. It is the fundamental operating law of the universe, and it is about to be weaponized in your favor. So if you see this on December 31st at 11:11 p.m., it is because your observer code just went live. In the next 50 minutes, I will reveal what the observer code is, why you were specifically chosen for activation at this precise moment on New Year's Eve, and the final protocol to ensure the update is successful. This is not numerology. This is not wishful thinking or another vague spiritual promise that leaves you with more questions than answers. This is a briefing based on the convergence of two hard sciences: chronobiology, the study of how life is governed by precise cycles, and quantum resonance, the physics of how consciousness interacts with and shapes the energy field. We are talking about the mechanics of consciousness, meeting a non-negotiable moment in space-time, a moment that has been scheduled. For years, perhaps your entire life, you felt it, a profound and frustrating sense of being just one step behind. You did the work. You visualized, you affirmed, you meditated. You saw others have their breakthroughs, their quantum leaps, their moments of sudden clarity and success, while you felt delayed, stuck in a buffer zone. It felt like you were always arriving at the station just as the train was pulling away. That feeling was not a failure. It was not a sign that you were doing something wrong. It was a calibration. Your entire energetic and biological system was being meticulously fine-tuned, your internal clock being synchronized with a cosmic timer, all for this one singular appointment. Every moment of frustration, every near miss was not a rejection from the universe. It was the universe telling you to wait. Not yet. You are being prepared for something precise, something scheduled. If you feel the truth of this summons in your bones, hit the like button now. It's more than an algorithm signal. It's you acknowledging your appointment with destiny. We have been taught to see the universe as a chaotic, random unfolding of events, a cosmic lottery where luck and chance are the dominant forces. This is a primitive understanding. A more accurate model is that of a grand celestial clockwork, a system of immense complexity, but also of immense precision. This system has key moments of convergence, nexus points where the potential for change is amplified to an extraordinary degree. December 31st at 11:11 p.m. is one such nexus. It is an aperture, a window in space-time where the veil between potential and manifestation becomes almost non-existent. It is a cosmic appointment, and your name has been on the schedule for a very, very long time. This broadcast, this final briefing, is simply the notification arriving in your inbox, the confirmation call. You are not here to learn how to hope for a better future. You are here to receive the operational instructions for an event that is already locked in your timeline. You are not a bystander hoping to catch a wave. You are the one the wave was created for. By the end of this briefing, you will move from hoping for a change to holding the exact protocol for your scheduled reality upgrade. Your feeling of being out of sync will be replaced by the profound certainty of being perfectly on time for the most important moment of your life. The wait is over. The calibration is complete. Let's begin. To understand the gravity of what is scheduled to happen, you must first dismantle a lifetime of faulty programming about the nature of reality itself. We have been taught to believe that the world is a solid, fixed, external thing, a stage upon which we are merely actors, reading lines from a script we didn't write. This is the most profound illusion ever accepted by human consciousness. It is a lie, and the proof has been sitting in the annals of science for nearly a century. It is found in an experiment so fundamental, so paradigm-shattering, that many physicists prefer not to speak of it outside their closed circles. It is called the double-slit experiment. The specifics are complex, but the conclusion is terrifyingly simple. When a particle like an electron is fired at a screen with two slits, it behaves in an impossible way. It doesn't act like a solid little ball going through one slit or the other. Instead, it acts like a wave of pure potential, passing through both slits simultaneously. It exists in a cloud of all possible outcomes, until one thing happens, until someone observes it. The moment a measuring device, an observer, is placed to see which slit the particle goes through, the entire game changes. The wave of potential instantly collapses. The particle ceases to be a ghost of possibility and becomes a single, solid, tangible reality. It picks a slit. It behaves like a simple bullet. Let that sink in. The very act of observation is not a passive act of seeing what is there. It is an active causal force that commands reality to make a choice. Your awareness is not a camera recording the movie of life. It is the projector, turning the film of infinite potential into the single frame you experience as now. This is not theory. This is not philosophy. This is the bedrock of quantum mechanics. Consciousness is the operating system of the universe, and your specific consciousness runs on a unique source code, a set of instructions that dictates how you observe, and therefore, what reality you command into existence. This is what we call the observer code. The observer code is the deep programming that governs the lens through which you view potential. It determines which possibilities you are even capable of collapsing into your experience. For most of your life, this code has been dormant. It has been running on factory settings on a default program that perceives time as a straight line and reality as something that happens to you. This single fact explains a universe of frustration. It explains why every spiritual technology you've ever tried has yielded inconsistent, frustrating, or temporary results. The affirmations, the vision boards, the relentless positive thinking, the elaborate manifestation rituals. You have been trying to run the most advanced software imaginable on a computer that was powered down. Think of it this way. An affirmation is an application. A visualization is a piece of software. You were trying to execute these programs on a dormant operating system. Your efforts were not failures. They were compatibility errors. You were sending commands to a system that was not yet fully online, not yet activated to receive them at a root level. The signal would sometimes get through, creating a flicker of success, a glitch of manifestation that gave you hope. But it could never be sustained because the core system was not designed for active conscious engineering. It was set to passive default observation. This is the observer effect reality shift explained. Simple. You're not just changing your thoughts. You're upgrading the very system that turns thought into reality. The event scheduled for December 31st at 11:11 p.m. is not another application to install. It is not another technique to learn. It is the system-wide update you have been waiting for. It is the moment your observer code goes from dormant to live, from passive to active. It is the flipping of a single cosmic switch that updates your entire operating system, enabling it to finally run the reality creation software you were always meant to use. All of those past attempts, all of those moments of feeling like you were shouting into a void, were not in vain. They were diagnostic tests. They were the system attempting to boot up, identifying the need for this precise scheduled update. Reflect on the moments you felt out of sync or too late. Can you now reframe them not as failures, but as necessary calibrations for this precise moment? Every frustration was a signal flare. Every near miss was the system logging an error that would be corrected by this update. Your entire journey has been a meticulous preparation sequence, bringing your internal hardware to the exact specifications required for the observer code to finally and permanently go live. So you see now why the old ways felt like running in place. You were trying to install revolutionary software on a dormant operating system. You were sending emails from a computer that wasn't even turned on. This understanding alone is a relief, but it still leaves a subtle, nagging question in the back of your mind. A quiet fear. Am I worthy? Am I ready for this? What if I miss it? What if I do it wrong? This is the central paradox of the human spiritual journey. We believe we are on the receiving end of a great cosmic plan. We feel chosen, selected, flagged by a force infinitely greater than ourselves for this grand event, this monumental upgrade. We hold our breath, hoping we are prepared enough to receive the gift. But that is only half of the truth. And the second half changes everything. The great revelation isn't that you were chosen for this event. The revelation is that you are the cosmic force that chose. You, at a level of consciousness that exists outside of linear time, are the system administrator of your own reality. And you, the administrator, looked at the trajectory of your life, at the evolution of the collective, and you scheduled this update for yourself. You place this appointment on the cosmic calendar for December 31st at 11:11 p.m., and you sent the summons to the version of you that is listening to my voice right now. This isn't an event being done to you. It is a convergence with a decision you have already made. Let that sink into your bones. The implications are staggering. It means all fear of failure is obsolete. All anxiety about getting it right is a phantom of the old, dormant operating system. You cannot miss an appointment that you set for yourself. You cannot be late for a meeting where you are the one who booked the room. You cannot be unprepared for an update that you yourself designed and scheduled for this exact moment of your readiness. All the striving, the pushing, the spiritual anxiety, it can all dissolve now. The weight of it is gone. What if this event isn't something happening to you, but a future memory of success that you yourself scheduled and are only now arriving at? This is the ultimate paradigm shift. It moves you from a state of hopeful pleading to a state of sovereign allowing. The goal is no longer to struggle to become worthy. The goal is simply to consent, to allow the update you already initiated to run its course. It is a shift from striving to arriving. This is how to activate consciousness for the new year. You stop trying to force the door open, and you remember that you were the one who built the door, you were the one who forged the key, and you were the one who set the timer on the lock. Your only job now is to show up, to be present at the terminal. This transforms your entire identity. You are not a user waiting anxiously for a system notification to pop up on your screen. You are the administrator, holding the master key, walking with calm certainty into the server room at the exact time you designated for implementation. You are not a passenger on the ship. You are the captain, arriving on the bridge at the scheduled time to engage the new engine. The power was never outside of you. You were just programmed to believe it was. Your activation is not a hope. It is not a possibility. It is an inevitability you engineered. Your system has been sending you signals for weeks, even months. Here are the 3 most common pre-activation notifications you have likely dismissed as coincidence, as random noise in the static of your daily life. But they were never random. They were a meticulously timed sequence of system alerts confirming your appointment is on track. The first and most common pre-activation notification is what many call a glitch in the matrix. But this is not a glitch. It is a system diagnostic. It manifests as a sudden and dramatic increase in synchronicities. You glance at the clock and it's 11:11 again. You think of a person you haven't spoken to in a decade, and they text you within the hour. A phrase you just read in a book is spoken aloud on the television in the other room. These are not charming coincidences designed to make you feel magical. They are precise pings from your consciousness to the quantum field. Think of it like an IT administrator running a latency test on a network. Before a major software installation, you must check the connection speed. You send a data packet from one point to another and measure the response time. The synchronicity you are experiencing is the return signal. The moment your thought of a person is met with their immediate contact, that is the system confirming a low latency, high-speed connection between your inner world of observation and the outer world of manifestation. It's a diagnostic that confirms the hardware, your consciousness, is ready for the software update. The system is checking its own wiring. It's running a full-spectrum analysis, ensuring that when the command is given on December 31st, the signal will be instantaneous and uncorrupted. These are not signs from the universe. They are diagnostic reports from your own system, confirming all connections are green. The second pre-activation notification is the urge to purge. This is not a gentle desire for spring cleaning. It is a sudden, non-negotiable, almost biological imperative to create empty space. You find yourself unable to tolerate the clutter in your home, the unread emails in your inbox, the clothes you haven't worn in your closet. More profoundly, you feel an intense drive to declutter your energetic life. Relationships that have been subtly draining for years suddenly become unbearable. Old identities and stories you've told about yourself feel like ill-fitting clothes you must shed immediately. This isn't you getting organized for the new year. This is the system clearing its cache. An operating system cannot be installed on a hard drive that is full of corrupted data and legacy programs. The urge you feel is your higher self, the system administrator, running a deep memory clean. Every object you discard that is tied to an old version of you frees up bandwidth, Every draining relationship you step back from uninstalls a piece of malware that was consuming processing power. This purge is an automated protocol. Its intensity is directly proportional to the magnitude of the upgrade that is scheduled. If you have felt a ruthless need to simplify, to cut ties, to create a vacuum in your life, do not mistake it for chaos or emotional instability. It is the necessary and intelligent process of freeing up the required space for the observer code to be installed and run without interference. The third and most subtle notification is the phantom nostalgia. This is perhaps the most disorienting and the most definitive of the signals. It's a strange, poignant feeling of nostalgia for a future you haven't lived yet. You might be driving or walking, and for a fleeting moment you are overwhelmed with a sense of missing a place you've never been, or longing for a feeling you've yet to experience. It can also manifest in your dream state. You have vivid dreams of a reality, a home, a career, a state of being that feels more solid, more real than your waking life. You wake up with the emotional residue of that world still clinging to you, a phantom limb of a future self. This is the system running in preview mode. Before a major OS update, you're often shown screenshots of the new interface, a trailer of the new features. The phantom nostalgia is the energetic and neurological equivalent of this. These are not fantasies. They are data packets from your post-activation reality beginning to bleed through the firewall of your current perception. The new operating system is allowing temporary, read-only access to its core files, giving your emotional body a taste of what is to come. It's an acclimation process. It prepares your nervous system for the frequency jump so that when the full activation occurs, it doesn't feel like a shock, but like a coming home. A glitch in the matrix, an urge to purge, a phantom nostalgia. Stop seeing these as isolated events. They are not random. They are a coherent, logical sequence: the diagnostic, the cache clear, and the preview. A pre-flight checklist being executed by your own higher awareness to ensure your scheduled activation is seamless. Your conviction in this process should not come from my words. It should come from the recognition of this pattern in your own life. Comment with the one pre-activation signal you can no longer ignore. Let's create a public record of this convergence and validate for each other that this is real. You understand the logic. You have seen the evidence in your own life. But understanding is only the blueprint. Evidence is only the echo of a cause. Now, we move from the intellectual to the experiential. We move from conviction to embodiment. We will now pre-synchronize your energetic signature with the activation event itself. This is not a practice run. It is the final calibration, the tuning of your frequency to the precise broadcast wave that will carry the observer code. So find a place where you can be still, even for just these next few minutes. Sit upright, relax your shoulders, and gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in, filling your lungs completely. And as you exhale, release the day, release the noise, release the person you were 1 moment ago. Take another deep breath in, and this time, as you exhale, let go of all doubt. Let go of the patterns of the past. You will not need them where you are going. Now, bring your awareness to the screen of your mind. I want you to visualize the timeline of this entire year. See it stretching out behind you like a long, luminous road. See the starting point, January 1st, far in the distance. Watch as the memories of winter, then spring, then summer, then fall, flow past you. Don't get caught in any single memory. Just observe them. Observe the challenges that felt like roadblocks but were actually course corrections. Observe the moments of joy that felt random but were actually frequency markers, guiding you here. See this entire year not as a sequence of disconnected days, but as a single, unbroken, and deliberate journey, all leading to one specific destination. December 31st. Your awareness now moves with purpose along this timeline. You are approaching the final day. Feel the momentum, feel the inevitability. You are arriving at a scheduled event. Your awareness settles now. The time is 11:10 p.m. on December 31st. Feel this moment. It is a unique point in space-time. All around the planet, billions of minds are focused on a single idea: transition. an ending, and a new beginning. It creates a powerful, collective energetic field, a planetary hum of anticipation. You are not caught in the noise of it. You are in the silent eye of the storm. At 11:10 p.m., you are in the final minute before the update. Feel the quiet hum within your own system. The dormant code is preparing. The system is clearing its cache of old beliefs, old limitations, old identities. This is the moment of final release, the last few seconds of the old operating system. Feel the anticipation in your very cells, not as anxiety, but as the profound stillness of a system ready for its grandest function. Now, your awareness shifts. It is 11:11 p.m. A wave of crystalline light, a pulse of pure information, moves through you. It is not aggressive. It is not forceful. It is a resonant frequency that you recognize at the deepest level of your being. It is the frequency of home. Feel this wave washing through you, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. It is not just light. It is code, a stream of data activating dormant pathways in your consciousness. Feel the shift. The old passive operating system goes offline. The new one, the observer code, comes online. It feels like 1,000 locked doors swinging open at once. It feels like a depth of perception you have always known was possible, but could never quite access. The world of potential is no longer a fuzzy, distant concept. It is a clear, vibrant, and tangible field that you can now consciously interact with. This is it, the activation. Remain in this state for a moment. Feel the code compiling. Feel the new system integrating with your biology, your neurology, your very energetic signature. And now, shift your identity. You are not the user who just received an upgrade. Embody the feeling of the system administrator who just successfully executed the command. Feel the deep, unshakable certainty, the quiet, profound power that comes not from force, but from flawless execution. There is no hope here. There is no wishing. There is only the calm satisfaction of a task completed, a convergence perfectly met, a promise fulfilled. This feeling, this is your new baseline. This is the frequency of the true observer. Hold this feeling. Anchor it in your heart, in your gut, in your bones. This is your power. This is your truth. This is you, fully online. And now, very gently, begin to bring your awareness back to the room around you, back to the physical sensation of your body. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back. As you return, what is the single word that represents the feeling of your activated code? Is it clarity, power, peace, certainty? Hold that word. It is your frequency key. You are now synchronized. The frequency of the activated observer is no longer a distant concept. It is a somatic reality humming in your cells. You have felt it. You have embodied it. But an upgrade that remains purely energetic is an upgrade incomplete. It must be brought into the world of form and action. It must be executed. This is where we move from the sacred to the practical, from the feeling to the protocol. You are the system administrator, and it is time to access the command prompt. Here is the final, 3-step protocol to execute at 11:11 p.m. on December 31st. This is not a ritual of hope. It is a sequence of execution. So when people ask, what is the observer code? They're really asking for the command sequence, the precise set of instructions that takes the system from dormant to live. Here it is, step by step. The first is the command prompt. This is your verbal command. For millennia, humanity has understood the power of the spoken word, the incantation, the decree. But we have often used it as a plea to an external force. This is different. This is an administrator-level command spoken to your own system. At 11:11 and 0 seconds p.m. precisely, you will state aloud with the calm, unwavering conviction of someone who knows their authorization is absolute. Observer code. Activate now. Authorization. Your full name. Execute. Let us deconstruct this command so you understand the power you are wielding. Observer code. Activate now. This is direct. It is unambiguous. You are not requesting permission. You are instructing the system to go live. Authorization. Your full name. This is your unique cryptographic key. Your name, the one given to you for this incarnation, carries a specific vibrational frequency. When you speak it in this context, You are providing the password that unlocks the update. No other name will work. You must use the full name that you identify with at the deepest level of your being. Finally, the word, execute. This is the finality. It is the equivalent of pressing the enter key. It signals the end of instructions and the beginning of implementation. Speak these words not with force, but with profound certainty. The certainty of a pilot. Engaging the thrusters for takeoff. It is simply the next required step. The second step of the protocol is the observer state. This is your physical stance. For the entire 60 seconds of 11:11 p.m., from the moment you utter the word execute until the clock ticks to 11:12 p.m., you will do nothing. Absolutely nothing. You will remain in stillness. Your eyes can be open or closed, but your body is still. You are not willing the activation to happen. You are not visualizing a grand explosion of light. You are not trying to feel anything. You are simply observing. You have deployed the code, and now you are holding the space for it to compile and run. This is the most crucial and most difficult step for the untrained mind. The ego will want to jump in. It will want to check if it's working. It will generate doubt or premature excitement. Your sole task is to be the silent, certain witness. Imagine a scientist who has just mixed two potent elements together. They do not shake the vial or meddle with it. They simply step back and observe the reaction. You are that scientist. You are the true observer, witnessing your own command being fulfilled by the quantum field. This state of non-interference is what ensures a clean installation of your new operating system. You are the silent, certain witness to the code compiling. The third and final step of the protocol is the first anchor. This takes place at 11:12 p.m. The code is now live. Your consciousness is now operating on a new framework. But this new potential must be grounded immediately into physical, three-dimensional reality. If you do not give the new system an immediate task, it will default to running old programs out of habit. So, at 11:12 p.m., you will perform one small physical action that is in alignment with the reality you are now commanding. This action must be tangible. If you are a writer, you will write the first sentence of your book, not the whole chapter, just the first sentence. If you are an entrepreneur, you will send the one email that begins the new venture. If you desire to travel, you will open your browser and look up the flight to your destination. If you are an artist, you will make the first mark on a clean canvas. The scale of the action is irrelevant. Its symbolic power is everything. This first anchor is a declaration. It is a material instruction to the universe and to your own subconscious mind. It says, the old reality has ended. This new reality has begun. We are now moving in this direction. It is the first domino. It is the act that takes the limitless potential of the activated code and funnels it into a specific, tangible outcome, beginning the chain reaction of your new life. This three-step protocol, command, observe, anchor, is your complete activation sequence. It is simple, it is precise, and it is infallible when executed with the authority of the system administrator that you are. What is the single heaviest piece of your old reality that you will consciously choose to leave behind at 11:10 p.m. on December 31st, just before your activation? You now have the briefing. You have seen the evidence in your own life. You have felt the frequency of the activated code in your own body, and you hold the exact step-by-step protocol to execute the command. Your activation is no longer a possibility, a hope, or a potential. It is a scheduled event. It is an appointment you set for yourself, and you are about to arrive on time. You have everything you need to cross the threshold. Your mastery of this moment is assured, but it is critical that you understand one final thing. Activating your observer code is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning. It is the moment the system reboots. It is the moment you go from being a standalone computer running on a closed internal loop to plugging directly into the quantum network. Yuri, activation is the login sequence. Once you are online, your perception of reality will fundamentally change. The static between the channels will clear. You will begin to perceive the underlying architecture of the quantum field, not as a theory, but as a tangible environment you can interact with. You will see the code behind the illusion, and you will also begin to sense something else, the other nodes. You will start to feel the presence of other activated observers on the network, not in a psychic or mystical way, but as a felt sense of coherent resonance, a sudden idea that doesn't feel like your own, an unexpected solution that arrives fully formed, a sense of being supported by an unseen intelligence. This is the network effect of a newly activated collective consciousness. You will no longer be operating alone. You will be part of a grid of creators, each one a powerful broadcasting tower of intention. But how does this connection work? What are the physics of it? When one activated observer's intention non-locally affects another, that's called quantum entanglement. And learning to navigate this network, to consciously send and receive information across the quantum field without the limitation of space or time, is the next stage of mastery. It is the curriculum for the first quarter of your new year. This briefing was designed to get you activated. The next one is designed to teach you how to operate your new system within this interconnected reality. It is the user manual for what comes next. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. After the 31st, your first briefing will be our next video, Quantum Entanglement Explained, how your activated code instantly connects to reality. And it is the user manual for your new reality. Missing it would be like being given a supercomputer with no instruction manual. You have the power, but you need the operational knowledge. We will then immediately move to the next critical lesson, exploring your new reality is more fragile than you think. Here's how to protect it. Because the first few weeks post-activation are when your new reality is most vulnerable to interference from the old code. The path is laid out. The sequence is clear. Go forward now with the quiet confidence of a system administrator about to execute a command they wrote themselves. Go forward with certainty. Execute your protocol. I will see you on the other side, fully activated and online.